Our heart and our mind are programmed by everybody around us. The people closest to you, it doesn't believe you'll make it. And then you catch it, that belief. You have to free yourself from it. The way you do it is you go into the scripture and you disconnect yourself, I said mentally, emotionally. When it comes to, I would say, making money and being successful, you gotta disconnect yourself from everybody around you and think like the 1%. And that 1% is, I read biographies and biographies. I remember I showed you this book before. I'm telling you, you might want entrepreneurs, men and women behind famous brand names and how they made it. See all those brand names? This is the story. I read this. This is all like famous brands that you're seeing are all in this book. I read this when I was young, and that raised my belief. Okay, that's one of the things that raised my belief. Now, here is another illustration. Okay, the Israelites, when they were slaves of Egypt, they were taught to make bricks to build the pyramid of the Pharaoh. Now, could you imagine? They were trained to build the pyramid or the kingdom that enslaves them. I'm going to reveal to you something. And this, only the millionaires and the billionaires know. We at our work, if you're still working in an office, in our jobs, see, those Israelites are working on a job, building the kingdom that enslaves them. In today's economy, in today's society, many of us do the same thing. We work on a job building the kingdom that enslaves us and tells us what to do. You're supposed to work at 8 in the morning, get up at 5, take a vacation 1 or 2 weeks a month, and get paid this much for the hour that you spend. That's slavery. I mean, if we are really broke and we are in need, it's good to do that temporarily, you know? But while you're doing that, you might want to find a way to free yourself. At 29 years old, I learned that. So at one point I said, no, I quit. I'm not gonna be a slave for the rest of my life. And that's how I became an entrepreneur. I became a network marketer and go for the $1 million, okay? Now, I mean, it's not really their fault. It's not the fault of our parents or people around us or the school system, okay? Or our employer. Okay, it's just that they were programmed too the same way. I mean, how could you learn to make $1 million if all your teachers and professors never were millionaires? And what happened through all those years of spending 8 years in school, high school and college, and then if you add the elementary, it's even longer, all that programming into your head, okay? So the problem with education is that it programs us to do a certain job. Now, there's a difference between a job, a career, and a calling. A job is something so routine that you're really not growing as you do your job, like a bricklayer, or like if you're an accountant that just do all those numbers for the next 10 years, you know, and all you do is do accounting, or any other job. You don't grow with it. It might be better than a job. It might be a career, because what happens is a career, at least you can grow. If you get better at it, you get promoted. Like you have a good career as a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher or a professor or an author of a book. It's a career, okay? It's not a job. You see the difference between the job and a career? You at least can grow in a career. But you want to be an entrepreneur who can exercise your creativity that God created you with. See, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm created in the image and likeness of God who created the things. And I'm a creator. That's why even in the online business, you are called a content creator. If I'm good at creating content into my social media, I can build a huge business. The better content creator I get, the better I become like God who is creator. I'm created in the image and likeness of God. Now, if all you have is a job, you're not able to exercise your creativity. You're stuck. You want to exercise your being a creator.